Chair lays out House Bill 2806 and recognizes Representative Lujan to explain the bill. Chair lays out a complete committee substitute and recognizes Representative Lujan to explain the bill.
Thank you, Chairman Bandiver, Vice Chair Campos, and committee members. Imagine sending your loved one out for a walk and never seeing them come home again. That's what happened to Ramon Nájera, an 81-year-old Air Force veteran mauled to death by loose dogs in San Antonio, in a neighborhood in San Antonio. Just a few months later, a 1-year-old boy in Converse, which is in my district, was killed when a dangerous dog attacked him while he was under babysitter's care. These aren't rare accidents, they're preventable tragedies. Unfortunately, the current law isn't strong enough to stop these deaths. Right now, unless a dog attack causes serious bodily injury or death, owners often face no real consequences. HB 2806 updates the law by creating a tiered penalty system. It's a Class B misdemeanor for bodily injury, a third-degree felony for serious bodily injury, and a second-degree felony if someone is killed. HB 2806 allows animal control officers to issue dangerous dog reports, and we work closely with the City of San Antonio, law enforcement, animal control to strike the right balance. Lastly, HB 2806 strengthens witness protections, making sure that individuals who report attacks are shielded and their identities kept confidential under the law. The committee substitute reflects changes from stockholders, making the following changes. Titles the act as the Ramon Nájera Act, in naming of the 81-year-old Air Force veteran that passed. Clarifies that animal control services may report dangerous dogs when appropriate rather than mandating investigations, and removes the new restriction prohibiting dog ownership after multiple dangerous dog convictions. Members, HB 2806 is about protecting Texans before the next preventable death. It's about giving cities and counties real tools, not just reactions after the fact. And it's about honoring the lives already lost by making sure the law reflects the seriousness of these attacks. I'm happy to answer any questions and respectfully reserve my right to close.
Okay, thank you. Vice Chair Campos.
Hello, Representative.
How you doing?
Good. Thank you for the bill. I just have a question, though, because I was looking at the committee substitute and wanting to know if maybe we could work on it. I myself have worked with the Nájera family, and as you know, there's been 7 dog attacks in Bexar County within the year, and the one-year-old who passed away, unfortunately, and so many others. And so, I mean, it's happening throughout Texas, but in your committee substitute, it says this section gives no authority to animal control officers to conduct an investigation, issue citations, or make arrests. And I think that that's what the problem is, like, because in the with Mr. Nájera passing away, there had been so many complaints about the dogs, and nothing had been done because of the affidavit not being filed. So that's an issue too. I think that needs to be eliminated. People are, if they get bit by their neighbor's dog, they don't want to put in an affidavit. So I make sure that's eliminated. But then also I think that animal control services should be more involved and be held accountable. And I think that they should be able to investigate and distinguish whether or not there's a dangerous dog so they can move forward, because had they done this before, I think Mr. Nájera may still be here, because those dogs had attacked him. It was horrible. And we're not going to forget that. And so I just really feel for the family and all the others. So I think that I'd love to work with you on that.
Definitely. In fact, I respect all the work you've already done. And one of the things that I've learned is that these are tough bills.
Oh, yeah.
Because the cities all get involved, everybody gets involved, all kinds of groups and all kinds of people. And that was juggling on that. Yeah, so anything that we can work on to make this better, I'm all in on that.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Members, other questions of Representative Lujan? Okay, we do have a couple of witnesses. We will call those and then give you your right to close. Chair calls Brad Davenport, Raymond Nahara, and Hasib Abdullah. Okay, are you Brad Davenport?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I show you registered as Brad Davenport, testifying as the Assistant Director for Animal Care Services on behalf of the City of San Antonio for House Bill 2806. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Thank you. Proceed.
Well, good afternoon, Chairman Vendever, Vice Chair Campos, and committee members. My name is Brad Davenport, and I'm the Assistant Director of Animal Care Services Department for the City of San Antonio. I'm here today to share support for House Bill 2806 by Representative Lujan. The City of San Antonio has experienced multiple dog attacks over the last few years that have resulted in life-altering injuries and, in a couple cases, death. Although the state of Texas has good dangerous dog laws, this bill would help enhance existing law and provide methods to prevent and significantly reduce future attacks. The City of San Antonio has over 2,000 dog bites reported annually. San Antonio currently has 186 deemed dangerous dogs, and we currently receive approximately 35 dangerous dog affidavits monthly. While half of these cases result with an owner surrender, the remaining owners choose to keep the animals while meeting state and local requirements. By letting the owner know that failure to comply with these requirements can result in higher penalties, we believe we can incentivize residents to strictly adhere to the requirements or consider surrendering the dangerous dogs before they hurt an individual. This bill also includes a section that allows for San Antonio Animal Care Services to designate a dog dangerous if appropriate. In the last year, we had a case where a child was playing in her front yard and the neighbor's dog ran out of the house and attacked the child. The bite did not cause severe bodily injury, however, was traumatizing for the child, and she was bit. The parent of the child and the dog owner had been neighbors for some time, and because of that, the parent would not complete an affidavit. As you may already know, we've had 2 tragic deaths over the last 2 years, which initiated our process to seek help from this body to enhance state laws. This bill is a crucial step towards safeguarding our community and holding irresponsible owners more accountable. Thank you for the opportunity to speak and request that you please vote this bill out favorably from this committee, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you for your testimony. Members, any questions? Vice Chair Campos.
So thank you so much for being here, and I know that y'all have done a lot of work with this issue with the dogs, but I mean, there's still a lot that needs to be done. And so as I spoke to Representative Lujan, I'd like to, I don't know if you'd be in agreement as well to work on this committee sub, just because I think that ACS just needs to be more involved with these attacks. I initially filed a bill like when I first got into office because my neighbor got bit 2 times within 5 years walking to church, you know, and she was elderly. And that's why I filed the first bill, because it was just really sad to see what she was going through, but she didn't want to file the affidavit because it was her neighbor's dog, you know, that bit her. So I just think just ACS being more involved, as y'all have been, would just be really a good thing for everybody and to try to keep our community safe.
Well, thank you. We appreciate all the help and support that we can get. We've done a lot to raise requirements in our city ordinance, but we do want to make impacts in the state law as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Representative Chairman Frank.
So just real briefly, what does this give you the ability to do that you can't do now, that you're stopping short now, that you'll do after the bill passes that you can't do now?
2 main things in the bill, as it's written now, is we would be able to designate a dog dangerous without having received an affidavit from a witness or victim. Like the example I gave here, there are victims who are either afraid to come forward or don't want to come forward.
Okay.
The other one is we would actually be able to issue Class B citations for repeated recidivism for bites. And currently, right now, there's no law for that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Chairman.
And to be clear, this bill is bracketed for San Antonio.
The section on designation with evidence other than affidavit is bracketed to San Antonio. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Members, other questions? Okay. Thank you for your testimony.
Thank y'all.
Is there anyone else who wishes to testify on, for, or against House Bill 2806? If not, the chair recognizes Representative Lujan to close on your bill.
I need to go through those other two. We had two that didn't show up. Oh, or you don't have to. Okay.
Members, I want to take a moment to emphasize how important this legislation is, not only to myself and my district, but also to Vice Chair Campos and the work that you've been doing on this. You don't really feel it that much until you meet the people. Mr. Nahara was here earlier. He could not attend. He was here to speak, and the tragedy and the way it turned their life around. I think of Jariah Johnson. I met his parents, took them to eat. They went to church with me. To lose a 1-year-old child to be mauled to death like that is really devastating. In Bexar County, we simply can't wait another session and risk losing more lives. And with that, I ask for your favorable consideration on HB 2806, and I close.
Okay, thank you. Chair withdraws the committee sub. If there's no objection, House Bill 2806 will be left pending. Is there objection? Chair hears none. House Bill 2806 is left pending.
Thank you.
Thank you.